Have you ever felt like everyone else has life figured out while you're just stuck? Like you're constantly searching for that magical something that'll make everything click? Well, what if I told you that this feeling has a name, and according to research, it affects a mind-blowing 91% of people? Stay tuned because in the next few minutes you're about to discover if you're suffering from something called purpose anxiety, and more importantly, what to do about it. In 2014, psychologist Larissa Rainey made a fascinating discovery. She identified a phenomenon that's silently affecting millions of people, but hardly anyone is talking about it. Let's dive into the 5 major signs you might be experiencing purpose anxiety, and trust me, number 4 is going to surprise you. Picture this. You're switching jobs like changing clothes, always chasing that perfect position that'll finally make you feel complete. Sound familiar? This constant job hopping without fulfillment is our first major red flag. But here's the plot twist. That dream job you're looking for, it might not even exist, and I'll tell you why. Before we dive into the second sign, quick question. How many jobs have you had in the last 5 years? Drop your number in the comments below. You might be surprised by how many others share your experience. Now this next sign is sneaky because it often masquerades as something else entirely. Imposter syndrome. But what if I told you that feeling like a fraud isn't just about self-doubt? It might actually be your inner GPS telling you something crucial about your path, and this is where things get really interesting. In today's world of perfectly curated social media feeds, we're all guilty of falling into the comparison trap. But here's what nobody tells you about comparing yourself to others. It's not just making you anxious, it's actively blocking you from finding your true purpose. And the solution? It's probably the opposite of what you think. If you've ever felt like you're falling behind when scrolling through LinkedIn, hit that like button. Trust me, you're not alone. Now here's where things get unexpected. You might think you have a clear understanding of purpose, but let's dive deeper. Sign number 4 is something I call purpose nihilism. It's a term that might sound a bit dramatic, but it's very real. Yes, that's actually a thing, and it might be affecting you without you even realizing it. Imagine searching so hard for a purpose that you end up believing none exists. It's when you've searched so hard for purpose that you've convinced yourself it doesn't exist at all. This mindset can be incredibly disheartening and can lead to a sense of hopelessness. But here's why that thinking is not just wrong, it could be dangerous for your well-being. When you believe there's no purpose, you might stop striving for anything meaningful. But wait, because this next part is crucial. Understanding this can change your entire perspective on life and purpose. The 5th sign is probably the most common, yet nobody talks about it. It's a pervasive myth that can trap you in a cycle of doubt and frustration. It's what I call the one true purpose myth. This myth suggests that there's only one true calling for each of us, and if we don't find it, we're doomed to a life of unfulfillment. Think about it. How many times have you stressed about finding your one true calling? This pressure can be overwhelming and paralyzing. Well, I'm about to explain why this single belief might be the biggest obstacle standing between you and genuine fulfillment. By debunking this myth, you can open yourself up to a world of possibilities and multiple purposes. Now, if you've recognized yourself in any of these signs, don't worry. It's completely normal to feel lost or uncertain about your purpose at times. Many people go through this phase, and it's a part of the journey towards self-discovery and fulfillment. I'm about to share 3 game-changing mindset shifts that can help you overcome purpose anxiety. These shifts are not just theoretical concepts, they are practical strategies that have helped countless individuals find clarity and direction in their lives. These aren't just quick fixes, they're proven strategies that can transform how you think about purpose entirely. By adopting these new perspectives, you can start to see your life and your goals in a whole new light. First, stop thinking about purpose as something you find, it's something you create. This shift in thinking can be incredibly liberating. Instead of feeling pressured to discover a predetermined path, you can take active steps to build a life that feels meaningful to you. Second, instead of asking if you're good enough for your career, flip the script and ask if your career is good enough for you. This change in perspective can help you evaluate your work and life choices more critically and ensure they align with your values and passions. And third, this one's important. Let go of the idea that purpose has to be some grand, world-changing mission. Purpose can be found in the small everyday moments that bring you joy and satisfaction. It's about finding what makes you feel alive and fulfilled, no matter how big or small. Which of these mindset shifts resonates with you the most? Take a moment to reflect on how these ideas might apply to your own life. Sometimes, just a small change in perspective can make a huge difference. Let me know in the comments below. Your insights and experiences can help others who are on the same journey. Sharing your thoughts can create a sense of community and support. Let me share something personal. A few years ago, I was exactly where many of you might be right now. I felt lost and unsure about my direction in life. I kept searching for that one thing that would give my life meaning, but it always seemed just out of reach. I kept jumping from passion to passion, thinking each new interest might be the one. It was exhausting and frustrating, and I felt like I was constantly starting over. But here's what changed everything. I started treating purpose like a garden instead of a treasure hunt. This metaphor helped me see that purpose isn't something you find once and for all, it's something you cultivate over time. Instead of searching for one perfect flower, I began planting different seeds of meaning in my life, some through work, others through relationships and hobbies. Each seed represented a different aspect of my life that brought me joy and fulfillment. And you know what? That garden has grown into something more beautiful than any single purpose I could have found. It's a diverse and vibrant collection of experiences and connections that make my life rich and meaningful. And here's a bonus tip that transformed my perspective. Start keeping a purpose journal. This simple practice can help you stay connected to what matters most to you. Each evening, write down one moment from your day that felt meaningful, no matter how small. It could be a conversation with a friend, a task you completed, or a moment of quiet reflection. Over time, you'll start seeing patterns emerge. Little breadcrumbs leading you toward what truly matters to you. These patterns can provide valuable insights into your passions and values. It's these small moments of alignment that eventually create a life of purpose. By paying attention to the meaningful moments in your daily life, you can build a sense of purpose that is authentic and deeply fulfilling. Remember, purpose isn't a destination you reach. It's a journey you're already on. Every step you take, every decision you make, contributes to this ongoing journey. It's not about waiting for a grand revelation, but appreciating the small moments that add up to a meaningful life. The key is to stop searching for it out there, and start building it right here, right now. Engage in activities that bring you joy, connect with people who inspire you, and invest time in what truly matters to you. And hey, if 91% of people experience purpose anxiety, maybe the real problem isn't you, it's how we think about purpose in the first place. Instead of seeing it as a fixed point, view it as a fluid, evolving part of your life. If this video resonated with you, hit that subscribe button and notification bell to join our community of purpose seekers. We share insights, stories, and tips to help you navigate your journey with intention and clarity. And here's a question for you. What's one small step you can take today to start creating purpose in your life? It could be as simple as setting aside time for a hobby, reaching out to a friend, or reflecting on what makes you feel fulfilled. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your experiences and insights could inspire others on their journey. Thanks for watching, and remember, you don't need to find your purpose to start living purposefully. Embrace the present, cherish the journey, and let your actions reflect your values. See you in the next video. Until then, keep exploring, keep growing, and keep living with purpose.